Hi everyone, my name is Shubha, and this is my debut novel, Optional Practical Training, about to be released by Graywolf Press. It is an immigrant story told as a series of conversations between the main character, Pavitra, a young Indian immigrant, and the various people she encounters during her year of optional practical training. Anyone who's been a foreign student in the US will know exactly what that means. It is a very particular immigration status reserved for those foreign students who, after completing their degree, want to stay an extra year for work experience. Pavitra has been hired as a mathematics and science teacher at a private school in the Boston area, but she does have the secret desire to become a writer. I'll read you a little bit from the first chapter where she arrives in Boston and is looking for an apartment. There was this immigrant man, the landlord told me, Indian, like you, who came to this country around the time of the First World War and wanted to become a citizen. He was Sikh. He had a long beard and a turban, and his lawyer had to convince an immigration judge he was white, since only white immigrants were allowed citizenship back then. Was he fair-skinned? I asked. The landlord, a professorial type with his round spectacles, corduroy jacket, and assortment of mail tucked under his arm like a stack of student papers, seemed pleased by my question, as if I had raised my hand in class and said something insightful. What this episode in American history had highlighted for him was not so much his country's racist past, of that he had always been well aware, but rather the tricky concept of race itself. How do we define it? The lawyer's previous client had been a Japanese man, and during that trial the lawyer, who was himself, needless to say, white, had placed a hand alongside his client's to demonstrate the similarity between the foreigner's skin color and his own. But the judge was unconvinced. "You're not white," he told the Japanese man, "you're Oriental." So for his Indian client, the lawyer was forced to try a different tack. "This man is of high birth," he said to the court. "In his society, members of the noble Brahmin caste look down on darker, lower castes, the same way we whites in America look down on the Negroes. Therefore, he is one of us and should be given citizenship." "Are you Brahmin?" the landlord asked me, pronouncing the A sound as if he were saying apple. We were standing in the wood-paneled foyer of his building in Cambridge. I had come to see the apartment I'd found listed on an online forum the previous week, a time when I'd still been a college student, living on the small, tranquil campus outside Philadelphia that had, for the last 4 years, since 2002, been my home in America.